Hello everybody, my name is Rage, and welcome one and all to my Synergy Lab, where I cook up the, wait, I once again got it wrong. I keep getting this wrong in my Evil Genius classes. It's Evil Laugh after the explanation, not before. God damn. I'll get it though, I'll get it. Welcome to my Synergy Lab, where I cook up the most delectable, delicious, powerful, visually just ridiculous synergies that you have ever seen. Hello, Hello people, my name is Rage, and welcome one and all to my Synergy Lab. Wait, God, I did it again. This is why I'm failing Evil Genius School. I keep forgetting you evil laugh after the explanation, not before. Oh, I can't be kept back another evil year. It's just sad at this point. So, welcome to my Synergy Lab, where I cook up the most visually delightful, the most astronomically powerful, and just plain, what is going on? This is awesome! Synergies Isaac has to offer, the kind of synergies you will never see in any mere normal run, because the chances of them occurring are minuscule. Yes, indeed. Today, the focus is on Dr. FETUS, who is a venerable and famous item in the Isaac community. Probably a lot of people's favorite, especially now it is quite powerful. There was a period early Afterbirth where it was too weak, but fortunately we've not dealt that for a long time. And the thing is, there are so many ways to make Dr. FETUS incredible that deciding which one to show you was nigh impossible. So I think you can definitely expect more explosions in your future. RageGamingVideos does not take any responsibility for any coincidental explosions that may cause harm to anyone you know and love that happen to occur after him having said this in this video for entirely entertainment purposes. So, what are we gonna do? Well, for this one, I think I want to go for something very nicely themed. Why am I getting money in Synergy Lab? I might need that later. Very nicely themed and just very pleasant to look at in a kind of, oh, that's, yeah, you know, that kind of way. I want you to have a kind of, oh, moment where you see this come to fruition by the depths too. Hopefully it'll end up as powerful, but I'm not sure. And hopefully I'm not about to crash. Please. Please? We're okay! Synergy Lab has been playing a little bit evilly with my computer recently. It's kind of upsetting. Though, talking of evilly, it does remind me of a business idea I had. And I know what you're thinking, Rage, your business ideas are always terrible, my word. But no, you gotta trust me on this. You gotta trust me. So we're gonna double up, and we are going to grab Mr. Mega as well. Yes, we are. We're also going to get just a little bit of tierage, just so we can fire them with a little bit of increased clout, because we got to slowly build up to the final explosion. Of course we do, that just makes sense. So are you ready for my evil business idea? I think we should genetically engineer evil, fluffy pets that then can be sold and can speak and direct the human in how to best be an evil genius, but we restrict their evil genius goals to the level that pets would want. So if you have an evil genius pet rat, you can scheme with it how best to steal your neighbor's cereal, because rats love cereal, as do mice, I guess, and many small rodents probably really like cereal. What is it with them and cereal? Maybe it's just me, but we had mice like 3 months ago, and, you know, they didn't eat all the random boxes of stuff that I could have dealt without, but they went for the cereal. That's the first and most important meal of the day. They were systematically destroying our supplies. They knew. I came up with this idea back then. So we want Tiny Planet and we want Magnetic tears, and that's all for this floor. Yes, indeed, because this one isn't a crazy amount of items. So we got this going on, and this is definitely nice. You know, big-ass spiraling explosions. We'll start to get a little bit more, ooh, next floor. But yeah, think about it. If you could, in fact, it's like Pinky and the Brain. Imagine if Pinky and the Brain was genuinely your pets, and they would talk to you and act like they do, and that was, you know, what was going on. Hey, Magic Mushroom, this is actually a pretty good run from the looks of things, if we weren't synergy living it. But imagine Pinky and the Brain being your pet. But you can choose any animal, a cat, hell, the main villain of Cats vs. Dogs, the best film ever created, as your pet speaking to you. And the thing is, it's really easy to set up, because you know, you engineer them to be super evilly intelligent, but then dressing them, you just need to put a monocle and a top hat, and then everything looks like a smooth evil villain. It really, really does. So, what are we going to add to this? Well, for now, we are going to get ourselves some... In fact, I need the item room, don't I? Yes, I do need the item room. So, actually, I completely lied to you. We're getting nothing from here right now. Absolutely nothing. You get nothing. You just get nothing. That kind of concerns me that all of those were there, but I suppose that's fine. Careful. Actually, a little bit worried about dying in Synergy Lab, which is always a little bit embarrassing, but having magnetic bombs certainly helping the issue. Yes, indeed. So the question is, what animal would look most evil with a monocle and top hat? I kind of have to give my vote to something like a bearded dragon, a lizard pet, because I think they could really rock it well. And I think, in fact, no, a snake, wouldn't it? Because they could have a lovely little leather chair. Maybe not leather, actually, that's probably insensitive to a snake. But they could have a lovely little chair in their vivarium, and they could spin around in it and go, I'm pleased. So we could come to an arrangement, and they could really play with the S and make quite a nice little evil villain-esque behavioral pattern that really adds to the character and flavor of your evil genius snake. I really think I'm onto something, and I want to know if anyone wants to invest in evil genius animals arrows. I think I could really take the market by storm. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is grab ourselves Tech X for spinning laser rings in bomb form. See already, that looks very nice. It's a neat way to display it. And what else I need is a lovely little damage boost, and I think the easiest way to do that, a lot of people don't tend to like it when I do this, and I can understand why, but it's just a very easy way to get this going on. You know, is this not, like, really awesome? I mean, look at this, just a permanent, ridiculous ring of pure beauty. I love it, and this is why we don't take triple shot or quad shot. It's actually too many bombs. I never thought I would say this either, but it is actually too many bombs, and we don't want to take any tiers or ranged up because we do want them this distance away from us, because we have to engineer this quite perfectly so that we can stand in the center of a room without the bombs touching the wall and going off their circular pattern. That's what our goal is here, to have a perfect orbiting system whereby I don't have to move and the bombs won't go out of plan. So I think we can maybe bring them a little bit closer, but for the most part, I'm happy with how this is looking, and we are in the flooded caves at 2 here. So while we're just moving around, it is just ridiculous magnet laser awesomeness. It really, really is. So, talking of animal escapades, as indeed we are, although first I do need to know in the comments what evil pet you would choose, why, and how you think it would act. I think I need to get some market research done here. But yeah, there's a cat in the house. One of my roommates has got a kitten, as you know from a few stories I've told, and the other day he came downstairs and went, "Where's the cat?" And I was like, oh god, I don't know, where is the cat? He's like, he's gone from the room I locked him in, and I'm like, oh no, is your window open? And I was like, and he was like, oh, it might have been. And I was like, I'll go check, you go outside. And, well, I didn't have to direct him to go outside. He was already very much, yes, I'm going outside. He was very proactive in looking after his cat. I made him sound like he was just standing there waiting for instructions. All right, run subsystem 3B, search for cat. Because actually, I just have robotic roommates because I like to feel like I have actual friends. Okay, so before I continue this tale, which I'm sure you can imagine is plenty fun, how are we going to continue this? Well, we are going to grab ourselves number 1. And see, now we're kind of in an interesting situation. Didn't want to get the rainbow cake, but I'm sure it'll be okay. So yeah. As you can see, we're in kind of an interesting situation now, where it's a little bit too powerful and a little bit too fast. It's just doing it too much here. It's not slow enough to appreciate it, though, admittedly, this rainbow cake has kind of ruined everything, so I may have to come back in just a moment after fixing it. In the meantime, I'll leave you pondering as to how this cat escapee, because it's a kitten that's never been outside, and it's not supposed to be outside yet, because it'll just run away, get scared, and probably starve to death, so it's not good, so we had to find him. But I'll leave you to think how this escapade went as I fix my issues. Fix my issues. Though before I do, I will tell you that the solution is to get Eve's mascara. And then we have ourselves a really nice, condensed, but still really nice and teary, lovely amount of tears. God damn, I just keep grabbing random things. Alright, okay, really now, we're gonna jump cut. I promise. I totally promise, man. I do. Okay, I return, and technically we're kind of on Flooded Caves 1, but worry ye not, it won't matter that much. So we're back to this tiny little ring of permanent yellow laser bombs going around me, and it's pretty good, but we do need just a little bit more tears and shot speed. Just to give it a little bit more. This is the really finer point in this, and this is why I really like this Dr. FETUS synergy, because I really need to engineer it perfectly. It needs to be the perfect distance, speed, and spread away from me. God damn it! It's so irritating. I just keep getting random items that I don't need. Oh my word. So, let's have a look at this then. We're in a normal room, and yes, it looks like that's pretty much the perfect spread around me. I'm liking that. That's where we're at. Okay, cool. We're just gonna have to deal with Taurus, because at this point, you know, I just don't know. But I always did want horns anyway. I always did want horns. So, back to me cat story. That's the primary focus here. So I go up to their room to check the window while they're outside, seeing if they can spot the cat. And I walk up to the window, have a look, and it's well, yeah, you can see where this is going. It's a little bit on the open side of things. And as I'm walking away to go inform the cat owners of this, I hear a kind of meow, very faintly, very softly, coming from, you guessed it, the direction of outside. At which point, I'll just get back to the depths where we were real quick. At which point, I'm like, oh no. Oh no, it's on the roof, isn't it? It's totally on the roof. And then sure enough, when I went downstairs, went outside to say they'd spotted him, he's on the roof. And the thing is, the poor thing looked terrified. He wasn't trying to get away. He was just like frozen, just mowing over and over like he was going, I instantly regret my decision. Get me down. How do I get down? I'm gonna die. Like, if cats could speak, that was what the meows were doing. It was just unreal. It really was. It was absolutely unreal. So the thing we're going to get while we are here is not ringworm. I lied to you all. I'm really, really sorry. It is in fact a wiggle waggle worm, because now, look at this. Is this not awesome? Like, quite literally little star bombs being thrown out. It's just wonderful. If I get into a position where I can fire them and not get moved by the explosions, it's really difficult, you see. It's a very, very fine balance to achieve, but I really, really like these chain star bombs just going out for me, because it really feels like I am firing stars, like a really solar system level powered series of bombs. But obviously, as a Synergy Lab, we have got a few final little twists to add to it. Of course, we do, that I really enjoy. I do like every now and then the stars just get stuck on it. So we're there looking at this poor cat who's mowing his heart out on the roof, and then he's like, oh, go get something to help. And I'm like, I'm on it. I am gonna go get something to help. So I go inside and I'm like, this'll do. This right here, this seems like a good thing. So what I've picked up is a giant long broomstick, because my plan was to kind of knock him off the roof, like a long baseball bat with a cat, like get off the roof type thing, which I realize in hindsight is probably not what people want to see when their precious, adorable little kitten is in general like, here, move, mate, I'ma slap your cat off that roof. Jobs are good and easy, done and done. You know, admittedly, that's not what they want to hear. So I'm there like, maybe I just prod it off with this. Like, no! Jesus, get like a box so I can, you can jump down into the box. I'm like, box! That's a better idea. That is a better idea. So I go off rummaging and find a box, come back out with it, and he ends up holding it up to the roof, and we're all like, come here, because of course the universal sign for animal, do what I want you to, right now is, like seriously, have you noticed that? That's not, I'm not going crazy, right? Like, no matter what the animal is, no matter what you want it to do, it is just, it's the universal language, just, it means everything and does everything, and animals respond to it a lot of the time, which is like a weirder thing. Alright, so the finesse for this then, we're gonna grab ourselves Mum's knife. Careful not to blow myself into any more, right? Although I don't know why I'd have to be careful not to do that. That would be one really weird mistake if you actually, fine, we're not even gonna talk about that. And then we're going to grab tear bombs. Yes, we are. And now, this is one of those situations where you really can go a lot of different directions with this. You can really add a lot of extra stuff if you really, really want to. But for me, I kind of like the purity of what we are about to see. So if I can find a nice room to show you what up without ruining the surprise too much. Yes, indeed, we're back in the big-ass item room, and now my magnetic knife is making this really awkward. Okay. Let me stab rid of this. This is actually kind of perfect. So, we get these going, and then look at this. Oh, no, careful. Here we go. I call this the solar system. Lovely yellow stars pulsing round me, and then these rings of knives forming and then flying out into the distance like shooting stars. I just think this is really, really cool, but it does need a little bit of tuning. We are not done quite yet. We need to be very freaking careful. Alright, there we go. Get this going. I mean, just look at it. I love that it makes a lovely ring of knives form before sending them spiraling out. It's such a nice way of operating with that synergy. So my friend's holding this box up to the roof, and I'm like, aha! I actually do have a plan here. So I go inside and get one of these cats' little, toy mice. Surprise! You've just qualified for a mid-episode Synergy Lab upgrade. You've been randomly selected to receive this as part of your glorious reward for being a dedicated viewer. The RageGaming Empire thanks you and hopes you will enjoy this beautiful bounty of new synergy goodness. Oh, look at this! Is this not insane? So, little bit of backstory. So I finished the Synergy Lab with the awesome shooting star bombs wreathing round me and exploding into knives. And don't worry, I'll finish the story too. I apologize for breaking it up so much in the middle. I know some of you guys don't like that. I really do apologize. But I finished that one and I was really happy with it. I still think it's awesome and it looks great, like a full-on solar system of firing stars. But then later on, I went back in to try something because I had an idea. Now, this isn't the thing that I was trying, not even close. I went to try just a slightly different arrangement of items to see if it was a little bit better, and if so, I would have redone the Synergy Lab for you guys. But that didn't come to fruition. But what did is I accidentally exploded myself into an item that kind of made everything go mental. And that item was Ludo Technique, and I've not been able to recreate this since. This is my only save where I've managed to make this bug happen. Some weird combination of Tiny Planet, Ludo Technique, Mum's Knife, and the Tear Bombs, and the Tech X, and I just can't, no matter what I do, no matter what combination of items I take in what order, I cannot make this beautiful thing happen again. So we need to enjoy this because it's great. Now you may be thinking, well, Dr. Fetus is the name of the game. This isn't really Dr. Fetus. Well, it is. Dr. Fetus was a requirement for this to break. It wouldn't happen without it because of, I don't know, some sort of tomfoolery. I have no idea what broken item interaction code is at play here. And even then, are you ready for the tears? Dr. Fetus very much is a part of this. Look at that. Is that not ridiculous? It's literally the sun. I am summoning the sun to explode on my foes. I've got Proptosis as well for the bigger ring of power, and it just forms the sun and then explodes outwards, and the knives go continuing through the room. And is this not just amazing? I'm so in love and happy. This one does have the dunce, the quad shot, the 2020, the triple shot, and all of that jazz, and it's just so brokenly incredible. I may have also accidentally exploded myself into Brother Bobby and Rainbow Baby here, something I deeply regret, but still, I am in love. And the thing is, I don't even need to fire. I could just walk into things and they all get murdered instantly. It's just glorious. It really, really is. Now, for those of you that do prefer look at it. Those of you that do prefer the previous Synergy, I'll still show you how the Hush went down with that one, for those of you that want to see it. But I do prefer this. I think this is just incredible. So we'll grab the Polaroid and head into the boss rush. And, that's kind of, irritating. So we've seen how this goes. I guess it's time to add something that I was going to add anyway, which is the mysterious liquids. So welcome to the party and enjoy your stay. Look how fast it melts things without me even firing it. Go, the star! And it leaves a lovely lake of toxicity where it exploded, and I just, look at it! Oh my god, I think this is closest to the sun we're ever gonna get in Isaac. It's just a mass of awesomeness and just the occasional knives leaping off it like a sunburst. Oh, it's just so sexy. It really is. So, cat story then. Cat's on the roof looking pretty scared. My initial idea was a bus, so I had to go find a toy mouse, which was my next plan in order to lure it off the roof. So I come back out with its toy mouse and I'm like, I've got this! And my plan then is to sort of bring it back for like a baseball throw, like an almost pitch, and I lob it at the cat on the roof, completely forgetting that I'm supposed to just jingle it and, try and lure the cat down towards it. I'm like, here, have a toy, so you're slightly happier up there in your awful trapped scenario. It's like, what was I thinking? What the hell was I thinking? And it's worse than that. Not only have I now thrown it on the roof, got it stuck on the roof, got it up there and made the cat have more reason to not come down to safety, my shot is a little bit too good, and it just straight up slaps against the cat's face. And it's like, meow. And I'm like, oh, God. Oh, I'm so sorry. Not only are you terrified, scared, and feeling lost, some maniac came outside and slapped you with a freaking toy mouse, and he's not amused. The owners are not amused, and they're like, seriously? I'm like, I'm sorry, I thought it would land on the roof and then kind of like roll off the roof and it would follow it, which I think is a pretty sensible idea. It would roll off the roof and the cat would follow it, and that's all good, but no, I did not allow for the fact that roofs are not smooth, slide-shaped objects, which, you know, is my bad, admittedly. Now, I do want to get magnetic tears, but I'm going to have to wait till the end to do so. But check this out with Pulseworm. Is that not sick? I don't know which one is better. I really don't. Like, look at this. This is incredible. And it's not as good when we fire it. I mean, it is more circular shape, so you could definitely say it is more, well, the sun when we fire it. But at the same time, I do like my star-shaped one. I mean, I'll pulse through this floor just so you can have a little look at that if you do prefer it, because I'm all about providing the perfect explosions for everyone. So I've slapped this cat with this mouse, and I'm like, okay, no, I know, I realized I had an idea, but yes, it wasn't fair. Okay, alright, so I went back in, got the other one, and came back out, and this time I was like, alright, I'll throw the toy mouse into the box that we're trying to lure it into, jump off the roof into the box, give it a nice safe landing, and when it sees the toy mouse going there, it'll be like, haha, pounce, and get it, and then all will be safe, all will be happy, all will be lovely. So, the game crashed. Alrighty, I am back. Yeah, the thing is, with this bugged out knife setup and everything, it does start to get really, really unstable, and it's been known to crash, well, pretty frequently. Go, my star! God damn. Honestly, I don't even know what really counts as the star item. So either way, I come back out with the second mouse. I'm going to throw it in the box. So I aim, and I throw, and, well, I miss. I miss. I just completely miss, and it goes on the floor, slaps against the box, falls down, doesn't go in. And you gotta understand, this is a very high pressure, oh my god, my cat baby is going to be lost forever for the owners. And I'm there failing to throw this mouse in the box. You know, I'm reassuring them, don't worry, I got it this time. I pick it back up the floor, I throw it again. So it was a difficult shot, because you got to imagine that he's holding the box above his head, so it's connecting with the roof. So I've got to, like, really do a nice upwards and fall down into the box shot. I can't just lob it in like an overhanded sort of grenade into the hole type deal. You know, I've got to really go for it here. So in order to make that happen, I have to keep trying, and it takes me about 4 attempts to throw it into the box. All the meanwhile, at any point, the freaking cat could escape and be lost forever, and they're aware of that, so they're getting stressed, and they're desperately watching me do some girly-ass throws, and completely fail at just doing everything, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, getting more and more stressed, and Eventually, I do nicely lob it into the box. The cat notices it, goes for it, jumps down off the roof. I then grab it out the box, and we take it back inside, and all was well. But it was like I tried to help by channeling my inner Chuckle brother. That's what occurred there. So I'm going to keep this one, because I do much like this shape of beam. So now we're going to get magnetic tears, and then we're going to have to really, in fact, no, I'm not going to get magnetic tears yet. I'm just not going to do it, because what I need to do, because unfortunately, typically for me, I could only get this to work on a save where ooh, that would have been a good secret room, where I've not technically unlocked the chest. So in order to get there, we're going to have to I am error it. So this does mean I need to completely and utterly explore every single room in order to trigger my golden teleport to actually take me there. Now, my concern is getting the final teleport because it's going to take me to the devil deal and not the I am error room. But you know, we'll take this. We'll take this one step at a time. Unless there's anything I can pick up that will give me any sort of charge. Sack boy, that might do it, right? That gives me a sack, which may. Yay! All right, I figured it out, team. I figured it out. So my useless. Well, the thing is, it wasn't useless. It was just poorly executed plan of a cat hell picture was done and dusted. I did at least redeem myself a little bit later on when I walked into the bathroom to, well, I mean, use the bathroom. I don't really know why I was feeling like quantifying that. And that looks really weird. I'm like going underneath the item rock. God, this is such a bugged out synergy and bugged out run. It really is. Oh my word. Okay! That Duke of Flies just cloned himself. He just Kagebushin no jutsu'd his ass all over me. God, I did not expect that to happen, but oh, it was good. Now, I could take hot bombs or fire mine and get fires everywhere, but honestly, I kind of feel like it ruins the effect because the fires are very, very all-consuming. They very much are. So that's a lot of sacks. That is a lot of sacks there. So I walk in the bathroom, and guess what I see? The dear little kitten cat is there, and he's got his paw round the blind, and he's currently pushing it away from the wide open window that someone didn't close, and he's going towards it, and as I'm watching in horror, is now half leaning out of the open window, prepping for his second preparation escape. Second preparation escape, because I can words, and I'm in a kind of dun 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 dun. My heart beats, the world slows down. I have to react, and I have to react now. I have to save it. I have to make it happen. Now, I should prefix this by saying the bath is in between me and this window. I can't just walk straight up to the window. I've got to lean over the bath to get to it. So I'm thinking, how the hell do I do this? How do I make this? Because if I just lunge, the cat's going to freak out and maybe just jump and go for it. And obviously, that's not something that I can have happen. So panic takes over, and that's exactly what I do. I leap forward, almost like a through the air towards the window, arm outstretched, and obviously in my panic I've vastly overestimated my leaping capabilities, and I basically just throw myself kind of halfway across the room, kind of land and awkwardly smack my head against the bath and kind of clump to the floor like a just completely and utterly beached whale. So that's not too handy. Hey, Incubus, that would normally be really, really cool. Let's go get the I am error room. Oh, yes, oh, yes. So I'm like, oh, my God, no. I feel concussed almost. Like, I'm not joking. I literally had all parts of me off the ground, leaping forward, because I imagine this cool superhero moment where I saved the day in epic fashion, and it just did not go like that, because it turns out I'm incredibly bad at anything physical, and I just flumped to the ground and hurt myself. It's the equivalent of just looking at the ground and throwing myself at it in style. And Mastermind, I'm like, oh no, the cat. And I'm like desperately trying to pull myself up. Pull myself up because cat. To the lip of the bath, crawl myself off the ground. Unfortunately, to my relief, as I'm there like, doing my best impression of Zombie Rising. I see him kind of look back curiously at the noise instead of being startled by it. And I'm like, oh, thank God. Thank God. So I like throw myself forward again in a last ditch effort and end up grabbing his leg just as he turns back around and starts making a dart for it. And then I end up in a very interesting situation because I've like thrown myself over the lip of the bath now to get closer. So I've kind of half got myself over the bath. So if you imagine my torso is making a bridge across the width of the bath while my arm is outstretched and is locked around a cat's leg who's desperately struggling against it, claws out, stabbing the shit out of me, trying to get outside. And I'm like, oh God, I need to get closer, I need more grip. So I like pull myself on like an orca attempting to beach hunt, slipping up and down, trying to desperately get back to the sea. I gotta fully pull myself into the bath, so I'm now lying fully clothed in this empty bath with one hand struggling to contain a cat leg, as I'm now close enough to reach around and get the other one and pull him fully in as I get both hands firmly gripped around him, and he's like, "Meow, this is awful," because obviously the cat thinks I'm just ruining his life, like, oh my god, you suck, uncle, because obviously I'm the cat's cool uncle. And I finally managed to pull him in, and then I'm in this situation where I am there lying down and clothed in an empty bath, holding a cat to my chest so it can't go anywhere. And at this moment, someone decides to walk in the room to see what all the fucking noise was about, to find the scene of me clutching a cat to my chest while in an empty bath, clothed like some sort of weird, perverse, I don't know, like fetish, I'm going to say. And I'm like, I can explain. So I do explain, and they understand, but I think there's still a part of their mind that is thinking, I just like to secretly steal their cat and gently caress it in the bath, because I just find it ever so good. Which is just really awkward, you know? It's like, I'm not a creepy cat bather. I'm not a creepy cat bather. Oh god. Alright, so let's do Mega Satan now. I've told you my tales of Dattle and this Synergy Lab. I hope you enjoyed this. I really do. Because I think it's just a really nice synergy. Because not everything needs to be mental. I mean, look at that. It's just the sun with knives inside. And there ain't no thing wrong with that. As well as just this permanent glitch, knife, incredible Beyblade state that all these items have come together to form. It just looks unbelievable. This solid, like, ball of power following me round. Oh, it's just glorious. It really is. Ain't it just glorious, Mega Satan? I believe it is just glorious. Alright, guys. That'll do. That'll do. Oh wait, no, yeah, obviously there's the second phase. God, I was so unimpressed with you, Mega Satan. I forgot you have a second stage that's now very, very dead. Are they even going to explode? No, they kind of just disappeared out of reality. Okay, then. Like you've enjoyed this, everyone. It was a lot of fun to do, and yeah, let's see if we can make that ever majestic 1,000 likes target. I really appreciate how into Synergy Lab you guys are. I really, really like it, and I hope it continues to grow as you share it around, but only if you had fun, you know? So I will leave you with the previous Synergy's attempt on the Hush, and yeah, I think that's about it. I will see you all next time. Goodbye.